TIFU by flashing my vagina to my in-laws. Of course this happened about 14 years ago, but I was reminded of it once again by another story on here. I took a trip with my then boyfriend and his family to Florida in 2009. I packed lots of sundresses and was really excited to wear all the new clothes I bought. One night we went out walking on the beach and I was wearing a white somewhat see-through sundress. I had realized before leaving the hotel that none of my underwear would work as the prints could be seen through the dress. My solution? Don't wear underwear. Easy enough. So we are on the beach and all decide to take turns climbing a lifeguard chair. I completely forget about the no underwear and climb up in front of all of my now in-laws. They definitely got a full-on view of the lady parts and probably everything else too. I still remember my husband's voice saying, "Mandelion 907. And I instantly knew my mistake. I climbed down, carefully, and pretended like nothing happened. No one has ever mentioned it again, but I cringe every time I remember. TLDR. Went commando wearing a sundress and forgot and flashed my BF's whole family. Fun fact. If the dress is so see-through that you can see underwear, it's also see-through enough that people can tell you don't wear underwear. And that's where your grandbabies are gonna come from, folks. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. You noticed your dress was see-through and your genius plan was to go commando so that they do not see your underwear. Your husband calls you by your Reddit username? That's so cool. So, years ago, I was on a trip to a Middle Eastern country. I went to a water park but, alas, I didn't have a swimming trunks. I did, however, have a pair of, likely knockoff, American Eagle shorts. So, because I didn't want to deal with wet shorts and wet underwear, I chose not to wear underwear. I failed to take into account the fact these shorts were white and made of cotton. I was kicked out of the lazy river because the lifeguard could see things considered immodest even in non-Muslim countries. I ended up buying some swimming shorts for like $15. Probably should have just bought some in the first place. Reminds me of the joke about a girl who went home telling her mom the boys made her climb a tree. The mom says, "Don't do it. Don't you know they just want to see your underwear?" The next day the girl came home and said, "I outsmarted those boys. I still climbed the tree but I didn't wear any underwear this time." I had a girlfriend when I was a teenager who was very red-haired, pale skin and freckles all over. We were staying at the house of a pair of sisters who were our age. My girlfriend was sitting in the floor in her nightgown and crossed her legs to do something to her foot, giving one of the sisters a very nice view of her very red-haired lady parts. She looked a bit shocked. I said, "Nice, huh?" She giggled and my girlfriend said, "Huh?" I told her later and she was horrified. Your lady parts and everything else? What the hell else do you have down there? A George Foreman grill? That night, your boyfriend's father officially gave his son his enthusiastic blessing to marry you. Always wear underwear when going in public wearing a dress. Woman facepalming medium light skin tone. And probably everything else too. I hate to ask, but I have to. I once mistook a bodysuit for a bathing suit. Jumped off the high dive. It split in the middle right as I jumped. Stayed underwater until the lifeguard blew his whistle. I used to get somewhat upset at my girlfriend for doing basically the same thing. Wearing a sundress with no underwear. Fearing for exactly this situation. But over time I've understood the struggle just watching her put on sundresses. And it's like this is some funny confident stuff I appreciate in guys or girls. So funny he yelled your username. TIFU by flashing my vagina to my in-laws. Vaginal prolapse is no laughing matter. That's just Florida, don't worry. That's some Aqua-level logic there. I didn't want anyone to see my panties. So I used my goddess powers to make them invisible. Quote, I didn't want anyone to see my panties through my see-through sundress. So I just didn't wear any. Quote, why are so many girls okay with going commando? As a guy, I've never gone commando. And it's not because I'm a prude or something like that. It just feels weird, and underwear gives you a sense of protection in your most important parts. No big deal. I saw so many snacked shots. From the 70s all into the 90s. They began to remind me of Arby's. I did not have to go to men's club. This story is more upskirt, but RWTSSTADAMIT is a thing.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.